We're ranking all the bosses in Silksong, and this time we're going to do a lightning round. We're going to talk about a bunch of small bosses with swords. Spoiler alert, I found all these bosses in Act 3, and I think all but one of them are optional, so you might not have come across them yet. Up first, we have the Watcher at the Edge. This guy was actually the very last enemy I needed to find in order to complete the Hunter's Journal. Overall, the vibe is pretty cool. It's a single guardian standing at the edge of Farloom guarding the kingdom, but the moveset really is nothing super special. I'll give him a 4 out of 10. Memorable concept, but not so memorable fight. Up next, we have a boss that's a little bit more substantial, the Second Sentinel. This guy's interesting because there's a pretty big side quest in order to finally fight him. You need to solve 3 different puzzles to construct his heart and then go turn him on. At that point, you'll occasionally find him throughout the Citadel fighting enemies for you, and then finally he decides that you're a threat to the Citadel, and so you finally get to fight. This guy definitely felt more like a proper boss fight. He had a variety of moves and a good amount of health, but ultimately I was still a little bit disappointed. It was such a long quest line, and at the end he was still just kind of a guy with a sword. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Up next is another pretty quick one, Lost Garmond. Again, the setup here is probably better than the fight itself. It's super sad to find Zaza all by himself as he leads you to his corrupted friend. As for the fight, I mostly just pogoed the guy, but I will admit that he took me down a couple of times. I'll give him a 5 out of 10, a little bit better than the Watcher at the Edge because I actually have a connection to these guys. And then finally we have Shrine Guardian Seth. This character has a super compelling but sad backstory. Seth was designed by a terminally ill fan of Hollow Knight, and so it's really cool to see him actually in the game. In terms of the fight itself, it's probably around the same scope as Second Sentinel. Seth has pretty similar moves, although he's a bit more defensive because he has a shield. Ultimately, I wasn't obsessed with the fight, but I do like that Seth sticks around afterwards and is a beast at the flea minigames. I'll also give this one a 6 out of 10. We're getting close to some big bosses, so follow for more because